Hey, what's going on, guys? That was a cover of the rain formerly known as Purple from Risk of Rain 2 by Don Palombi. I'm gonna do more Dwarf Fortress. It's been a few days. I've been wanting to play some more, even though I'm perpetually stuck with my fort failing. um, but yeah, I figure we'll check it out. One thing I'm gonna have to do is I need to not use sound sense. But at least the music from it. I guess it uses a couple of tracks by Kevin McLeod. I forget how you say his name. And they get claimed by an incorrect spelling of his name. So I don't know if it's somebody having a laugh or Switch being Twitch and spelling his name wrong, or I doubt he spelled his own name wrong, but they get muted. They get muted on Twitch, and if you have more than like one or two mutes a stream, they like freak out and set all you set your VODs to private, the new VODs and all that, and it's a pain in the ass to deal with. So we'll use the built-in music into the game. So I just need to set that up appropriately. VOD mute stream. Yeah, you go back and look at my streams on Twitch, and it's like all the dumb things get claimed. The karaoke from Yakuza gets claimed. Some of the BRBs get claimed because it's Yakuza music again. I don't know. It's just a real pain in the freaking butt. Why? Also, I'm sure I'll say this more than once, but if you hear an errant little party blower, you know, like the ones with the little paper tube that unfurls and goes, that's not me having a party without you. That is me scaring the cats away from the feeder because they keep pawing at the thing. They ate at 4 a.m. and 11 a.m. The next meal is 11 p.m. They need to learn that they don't need to hack away at that thing to get fed. It'll eventually feed them, or I'll eventually feed them. No, SoundSense and the in-game music are not the same. SoundSense is a third-party program that I use to inject sounds. Or not inject sounds, but play extra sounds, I guess, is more realistic, more correct. Let's see. Music. I'm just going to hit the mute button on the music altogether. Continue. This one. And this one. So I started to work on those hard drives to turn them into clocks. And it turns out, unfortunately, 3 out of the 5 that was sent to me are helium drives, which are cool. Those are nice and robust usually. However, they are actually welded shut. What's going on, Scum? How you doing? They're welded shut in order to keep the helium inside. And that is actually a real pain in the butt. That means I have to pierce the aluminum shield with something. And then I've been scoring the outside of the shield, which is pretty difficult to do. And then using a screwdriver to break where I scored it. It's just been a real pain in the ass. I've been using a screwdriver with a tiny flathead on it, like a very small flathead, to give me a very sharp edge. And yesterday I fucking embedded it in my thumb, so now I have a big hole in my thumb. Fucking hell. Alright, so we should still have sounds. We just won't have the same music. We'll have the in-game music instead. I also have a sore throat today, so bear with me as I ramble through here. What's going on, House? How you doing? Thank you. I think it's because I fell asleep after work. I actually took a half day today. I fell asleep like on my back because the cats were sitting on me. And so my mouth was like open. And so I think I just dried everything out. So I'm just working on reinvigorating everything. All right, so last we left off, we had traders here. Right, we're waiting for... Oh, that's the worst. I worry about that with the cats, because they'll play with their toys and, like, throw them around. And, like, more than once, I've pulled toys out of the garbage and been like, oh, how'd you get in here? Or out of the recycling boxes and be like, oh, that shouldn't be in there. So, like, I've been trying to be a little bit more cognizant of, like, going through the garbage. Because, like, the garbage next to my desk here is just, like, your typical, like, basket. You know what I mean? Like the cylinder with a hole in the top. There's no top to it. There's nothing keeping anything from going in. So, all right. Bert is investigating the feeder. Like I said a few minutes ago, if you hear the party, it's because he's not listening to me, not because I'm having a party. Ernie. Stop. He's fucking ignoring me. Hang on a second. Yeah, he heard my headphones come off. I'm watching him on the camera. Ernie. See you. All I did was scare Bert, not Ernie. Bert was sitting right next to me. I scared him off. Rip. Glad the music stopped. What happened? I'm just sitting here in silence now. Oh, right. We can't lower that more than 10. I think it's dumb. I hate when games don't have constant music. Okay, so a trader's waiting to trade. One hostile. Right, so this Forgotten Beast has just been chilling down here. Give me a second to gain my bearings again before I go too crazy. I think we left off. I sealed all the caves out, so I was sealed in basically, or sealed the basement, the caves out from my fort. We're building our pump stack. All right, good luck. Hope you find it. Let's see. Just give me a second to get my bearings again. I want to mine some of this gold out too eventually. So I gotta build a wall here. That's fine. Let me queue up this while we're waiting then. Build a screw pump. It will be going from right to left. And then we will make that top priority. Somebody took the job. The mayor took the job. Let's see. Yeah, this door is locked. That's what I wanted to see. That should prevent anything from getting into our fortress area. Another locked door. Walls above it so they can't fly over. Yep. Okay, yeah, there's people's blood everywhere, but... We're still waiting for one item. I don't remember if I traded or need to trade. Scimitars, ooh. Scimitars. Okay, I think I did already trade because he wouldn't trade me dead shirts. Dead shirts is in shirts that are worn like that. Can I trade? I can't wear any of the large clothing, so I'm thinking of just selling the large clothing. I probably bought them, but oops. Let's see. Serrated bronze disc. Alpaca wood. Ah, fuck, I keep hitting right click by mistake. A large Kotai leather loincloth. Oh, you made a loincloth out of a squirrel for you. Large copper helm, alpaca wool shoes, chain legs, goat leather armor, donkey leather cape. Okay. Oh, some of them were his. Oh, okay, yeah, I already sold him. Hang on a second. I didn't realize that screen could show. Oh, you know what? I bet you. All right, hang on a second. I need to do my goods and do large. No wonder there were so many. Large, see auto leather hood, hemp left glove, mittens, hemp shirt, sheep wool. Yeah, okay, that's why. Love your squirrel-based loincloth, yeah. So that's the way to do it. I kind of want to get the iron scimitar, the fucking badass iron scimitar, but I need more items to trade him. I give him the sock. What if I do trade again? I do Fort Goods and I do anything with an X here. That's nothing with an X. Okay. Did I sell all the good items? All the crafts? No. There's some mugs. I don't want to sell the quiver in case we do Mark's Dwarves. I do eventually want to do Mark's Dwarves, so after I trade, I'll talk about my longer term plans. I don't think I could do the fancy scimitar. Damn. I could do the other one, though. Do the iron one. Okay. All right. We'll let the trader go away. We will say nobody requested here. I will say They can return all those the stockpile. So long-term goals for this fort. I think obviously the pump jacks are one of the #1 things I want to do right now. Okay, the dwarf got a mood. Longer term, I want to do a the pump jack. I want to finish that. I would like to make some walls outside and maybe start doing a little bit of a like a fortress, an actual fortress where it pops out of the ground, and we can have a patrol that, you know, of Mark's dwarves that live on the wall, or not live on the wall, but stay on the wall and will fire out. I'd like to provide protection for all the animals, more than just them chilling on the surface like this. We'll give them a little bit more room here to wander. Because that fire came and killed a few of them, and the fire came and killed a bunch of our pump jack. Like, I had all these windmills set up for the pump jack and stuff. All of the bees were fine. The bees actually gained more bees. We have 11,000 bees now. The axe dwarf has been found dead. What are you doing on here? Why do you have a book on you? Oh, he's got a lot of good shit on him. Go kill this stupid thing. Hang on a second. Blah, 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 blah. Moody Dwarf is gathering items still. Is he coming towards the fort? Yeah, hell yeah, he is. We gotta kill him. He looks like he's hurt or almost dead. Seriously injured, yeah. He can't stand. So he's just crawling towards our fort trying to kill us. He's actually flying up the floors. Oh, wow. Alright, so he can fly, but he can't stand? Is that what we're doing now? Look at them all scramble. Wait, where are they going? Why are you all running out here? What are you doing? Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. Sometimes these dwarves, they're going to go grab all those items, I'm sure. Yeah. Sometimes these dwarves, I don't understand why. Why their brains work the way they do. Where are all my fighting guys? Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, well, I'm adding dwarves to the army. Can somebody please just go kill this guy? I don't quite get why they are not coming to kill him. No, the cats are on my bed because one of them got scared of the party favor when they weren't doing anything wrong, so I feel a little bit bad about that, but... I can't believe it. Can we please? Can we please kill this guy? They're fighting the wrong cave swallow. Ah, for fuck's sake, dude. Why are they even over here? They should not be able to get over here. Who is that? He might be one of the guys that joined in order to kill enemies. Well, enemies killed him now. The bird's throwing up. More migrants arrived. The dwarf is still gathering items? Where is he? He's hauling. Somebody's bone something. Hopefully that's not a part of their bone. Dabbling milker. Do I think the cats think of me as the skibbity toilet guy? Not only have I never been inside the toilet, but they don't know what skibbity toilet is, so no. That makes no sense. I shouldn't have opened up the door. I should have just left it closed. He killed a dwarf while seriously injured and nauseous? Why? There we go. It would be a pain in the ass to put this away. It's a big feeder. It would be not easy to put it away. No. What equipment are you going to pick up, dude? No, I don't even remember that mandate. I might have missed it. Again, is nobody gonna come kill these guys? Okay, we killed him. Thank you. As you were, please. He's injured too now. Great. Great. Vabok plank beans. Nope. Okay, he just got up and walked away. A ban on certain exports. Anvils? Yeah, we can't sell anvils, right? Alright, he's working on his construction. I wanna close the basement off again. However, these guys keep running out to grab stuff. I don't know why they're not restricted by the borough. Oh, they're new. Okay. He's hauling schist. Where to? I'm not sure. To build this wall. Okay, that's something I asked them to do a long time ago and they never did. Not that it matters because the store needs to be sealed anyway, but what are you doing? Get back inside. Oh, actually this area is okay with them. Hang on. Okay. I actually cleaned up some of the blood. Okay, nice. All right, so I think all our dwarves should be inside now. That's what happened last time. I thought they were all in there and they weren't. And then I closed the door and he couldn't get in. And then he fought the bird. The bird spearman and woman. The woman spearman. What's going on, Grum? How you doing? Did I finish the magma pump? Was it going to bebop? No, not yet. I'm still working on it. That's what we're focusing on today. You're stranded. Well, that's because you're not in the right spot. What are you doing? Yeah, I get it. I don't even know how do you connect this to the actual fort. Okay, that's Alice over here. He's got to get up over here to this, I guess. Okay, he shouldn't actually be stranded. If he comes over here, walks up this up ramp onto here, goes into this staircase. No. Goes into this staircase. No, he is stranded. Okay. Hang on a sec. Excuse me. I did cover it with a box bazooka. They just keep scratching the box, so that doesn't deter them. They probably would go scratch the wall if I moved it. That's there, so. So we can't walk up this ramp into here. Oh, because that's locked. Okay. Duh. Okay, now hopefully everybody's back in. Pull the lever. Rovad Morulan, Dwarven child, has created Cirkibir, a pecan wood debin. What the hell's a debin? An instrument, right? Debin is the wife from Severance. No, the sister from Severance. This is a pecan wood debin. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with willow pecan wood. Oh, sorry, I knew the music was so low. And jabber bone, and encircled with bands of goat bone, rope reed, and rectangular bituminous coal cabochons. Cabochons? This object is menacing with spikes of green jade. On the item is an image of Erdam Guildbreaths, the dwarf and dwarves in pecan wood. Erdam Guildbreaths is surrounded by dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Erdam Guildbreaths to the position of queen of the dipped boat in the year 63. So that's, we formed this colony in the year 100, so it's 37 years before we started this colony. On the item is an image of Id water-ringing the dwarf in cave spider silk. Id water-ringing is making a plaintive gesture. The artwork relates the mortal wounding of the dwarf Id water-ringed in Trade Flash in the mid-autumn of the year 1005. On the item is an image of a cloud in brass. The debin is a tiny handheld stone wind instrument consisting of a central wind chest and 15 cylindrical glass pipes fitted with free reeds. The musician selects the pitch by stopping holes. The instrument has a 3-octave range, going from a mid-high to an extremely high pitch. The instrument has a steady, delicate, wobbling timbre. So it's a little mini bagpipes with all these pictures on it. I definitely recommend watching The Severance. The Severance. Well worth it. Why is there a pig in the basement? Snapping turtle. Oh. Is he gonna kill the other turtles? Read more about dwarven instruments. What's going on, guys? This is the Steam version of Dwarf Fortress. That has a built-in like graphics kind of engine almost. You can use the original Dwarf Fortress with a tile pack to get similar results, but this is definitely a better presented view of the game here. I'm currently working on a little pump stack to bring magma up from the basement so I can make metalworking on close to the surface. I've never done it before, so I'm biting off more than I can chew for sure. We're at elevation -66, which means I have about 70 more floors to go. You don't know anything about the game? All right. It's basically, if you don't know anything about it, the dwarves are, in this mode, the dwarves are kind of autonomous. They run around doing their own thing, and you give like a list of commands to do. Like I could say, build a stonework workshop here, and they would queue it up to do it. I am reading from YouTube chat as well, yes. And so somebody will eventually do that job if they have the correct permissions to do that job. And so you're kind of playing God almost, you know what I mean? And so you have all these workshops to make things in. You have to make them little houses to live in. You got to make them a little place to worship. A little church here, the Cobalt Church, one of our 2 Cobalt churches. More places to live. Places to bury the dead, which I got a little full, but that's okay. Some guilds, a nice dining hall, food. You have to make food. So I have a little, there's an area to trade, but I have a little farm and some butchers and a place to make food and prepare fish and all that. So you're basically commanding them overall what to do, but they can get upset. So you can see up here I have some guys that are angry and they might not follow my commands, or they might get upset and start punching other dwarves, or there's a lot of things they could do. So yeah, so each dwarf, so this actually gets pretty intricate. So each dwarf has a lot of info that it tracks. So you can see it tracks all their memories, about interested at watching performance, satisfied at work, lonely after being away from their family, euphoric due to inebriation, horrified, reliving being haunted by the dead, so the dead can come back as ghosts and haunt them. And that all goes in together to form an overall mood that they can have. You can see he has a task of making a meal. You can see some of his strengths. So he's a good woodcutter, a competent cook, a little rusty, but he does some mining, some tanning. He has some unmet needs to be with family, be with friends, to do some training. So he kind of wants to train, sounds like maybe being an axe dwarf. And he has, hey, thanks for following. He has some unmet, he wants an object, but we don't know what object. Let's see, these are some more traits about him, his age, his general health, all the items he's wearing. And so it tracks all his health down to, if they get a finger cut off, it'll track that. If they break a finger, a toe, if they have, like their muscles get bruised because they've been in combat. So it really tracks each dwarf at a very fine detail, and all the enemies at a very fine detail. And the combat system is actually pretty crazy. So they never fought anybody, but I can come up here and look at combat and see, like we fought a Cyclops in the past. I don't have any more. Hang on, let me find one that's more recent. Yeah, so you can see this is a synopsis of the fight that happened last time. So you can see things like their clothing getting ripped to shreds, the people like losing their items. So he had a water skin because he was in the army, and they have a water skin, so they don't have to go stop to drink. That he dropped hold of because they got hurt enough. They say things. Death is all around us. I feel uneasy. You can see the cave swallow man, Spearman, which is what we were fighting, stabs the sword dwarf in the head with his steel spear, tearing the muscle, fracturing the skull, and tearing the brain. An artery was opened by the attack. A tendon in the skull has been torn, and the dwarf fell unconscious. And then later, somebody found him dead. So, thank you as well for following. So, like CK3, probably, yeah. That's Kingdom Come 3? I haven't played that myself. No, that would be the reverse. But, how bad is the micromanagement? It kind of depends on how in the weeds you want to get. Crusader Kings, thank you. Yeah, I haven't played that one either. But yeah, I'd say there is some degree of fiddly work. There's a lot of options. This version, the Steam version, actually improves a lot of things, but you can even see just from the UIs down here, like this is all your dwarves, like a general overview of your dwarves, of your pets, of other people who are maybe visiting or are attackers. You can see there's some invaders on the map right now. People who are dead, including animals and forgotten beasts, which are like mega enemies. You can see a task list of what everyone's doing. You can see these guys are making slabs for me to bury my dead. I have a lot of dead right now. Labor, so every person, you can assign them specific labor if you want. In this case, I've really only assigned certain things from here and letting everybody kind of choose their own work. But if you want to get that granular, you could tell somebody you only are a carpenter and you cannot, you know, work on stone or whatever. I don't go that crazy, but you definitely can do that. How do you win? By having fun and losing spectacularly. There is no win condition in this mode. In any mode, actually. There's another mode, but that's kind of the joke of Dwarf Fortress, is having fun is when you die and lose and the fort crumbles. But there's many ways to do that. You could have a forgotten beast. So like I have a forgotten beast on my map right now. He can't get to me, but like it's a giant mite. It's a long straight horn and has deadly blood. So if you start killing it, its blood's poisonous. So like you got to be careful. Maybe you want to attack this guy with ranged instead of walking up to him and hitting him with a sword, because if you get blood on you or on the dwarves, they might die from poison. Stuff like that. So there is no win. You can die to a raid from a forgotten beast. You could die to a raid from some of these invaders. So I got little Olm Man and these spear birds or cave swallows that wield spears and fly around. If you dig too deep, you can find what is kind of called the circus, where clowns will start pouring out of a portal to hell. They're basically demons, and come to kill your all your dwarves. I mean all the people, yeah. So basically, if your population hits 0, you lose, and the fort gets retired. But what's even more interesting, and this brings it to another level, is there's a whole world. So we're over here somewhere. I forget exactly where. We're in right here? No. We're in here somewhere. But all these little squares are different civilizations. I can't really zoom in too well on one of them, but you can see I can raid this area. I don't want to, but I could raid these areas, and you can see there's info about them. The Dwarven Tower of Rhymed Plank. There's about 75 people. And they have a bunch of artifacts and all that. So all this is emulated in while you're doing stuff, and you might have elves, humans, and dwarves that come to trade, but you might also have a necromancer tower down here, and maybe he sends an army of undead to come attack you, or there might be a group of goblins who live over here that might try and raid you, or all that stuff. And so if your fort does fall, what you can do, or if you can abandon the fort early, you can make a new fort later in time, so right now it's the year 130 or 150 or something like that. If I go deeper into time and make a new fort, I could potentially have people who maybe were in this fort visiting or escaped and come to spread tales of that. And so I swear this is all getting deep in the weeds, but all these engravings on the floor are little stories. And so you might have engravings of stories of this fort in your new fort because somebody spread the word of the time where a forgotten beast came and killed 100-something dwarves, or you know what I mean, like that. So there's a lot of stuff that could happen. Or I got all these little chalk statues, and if we look at the description, you see it's a description. This one's just of a giant, but some of these actually tell some stories. This is about Oda Nutjewels, the elf. How long did it take those guys to raid you? It could be a couple days. In-game days, so not too far. It also depends, like, this is an island right here, so you couldn't traverse across this gap, so anything that's in here wouldn't really raid you. These are all elves in here anyway, so that's not really much of a loss, but the dev of the game has spent the last 20 years emulating everything. I mean, basically, yes. There's a good documentary by NoClip that came out recently, a 4-part documentary, like a little short series about the game and the creator and all that. I don't think there are ships. But anyway, what I'm doing right now is way down at level negative 97. So my surface level is 30. Negative 97 is lava. Basically, I guess 98 technically is lava. And so I'm building these pump jacks to pump lava all the way up to the surface. All the way up here, keep going, into this reservoir right here that I'm building. And what I'm going to do is on top of it, I'm going to make some forges so I can forge some metal items. So right now, where's my workshop? What I do is I can burn wood into coal and then use the coal to melt metal and then use coal to forge metal. But it's a whole pain in the butt. So I'm trying to do this to not have to do that. Let me find the documentary for you. Give me 1 second. Here is the link to the first episode. So that's currently my goal is to set that up. And you can see this is like a non-denominational church. So you got a bunch of dwarves in here praying. This is a church for the Cobalt guys. So you can see this one person here praying. I think most of the Cobalt guys actually died, but rip in peace. Yeah, so that's kind of... That's like not even half of what goes on in the game either, so. And then there's a separate mode you could play. Where's this guy? There he is. Which is adventure mode, where it's kind of the opposite. Instead of being like God and giving commands that they follow whenever they want, you explicitly control one, usually dwarf, although you can be other animals, and or humans or whatever, and you go adventuring, and you can choose how to use your weapon, what weapon to use, and all this stuff. Due to CPU death, yeah. What's going on, Space Bands? Bunny, how you doing? Yeah, thankfully it seems like the Steam version is a little bit better about CPU usage, but yes, CPU death was always the end game for a lot of games in the past. How long have I been playing? So, maybe about 8 to 10 years ago, I played a lot, and then I kind of stopped. And then I just picked this up like last month. I have, let's see, I have about 43 hours in this fort right now. A little bit less than that, because I actually have a second fort that I've been playing off stream, so maybe 30-something hours in this fort. So you can see this guy's dragging a piece of pipe to build a pump jack. There he goes. I'm doing okay right now. I'm averaging about 50 FPS, but yeah, it definitely starts taking a toll on your CPU once you get a lot of debris around. So you can see while I'm running around, there's a lot of blood on the ground, a lot of items, a lot of blood, dirt, stuff like that. That all minimally affects, but it's still things that it has to keep track of. Another killer is heat, so like lava heating up things around it. Those calculations actually take a little bit of a toll. Just having a lot of dwarves. I mean, I only have 68 right now, but I had almost 200 earlier. Just the pathing for all the dwarves, especially if you do what I do, where you have like a one width hallway. You know, the pathing sometimes can be a little difficult for the computer to kind of calculate out. So all those things kind of affect it. What happened to the 140? So we got a Forgotten Beast that had some sort of like blister powder on it, where anybody who touched the powder would gain terrible blistering welts all over their body and then die. And unfortunately, I guess either it was on a corpse or it was on the wall or on the ground or something, and people kept walking over it. And I could not find where it was to try and get it cleaned or anything. And so I lost maybe 150 dwarves from that. The plague, basically. I went down to, I think I was in like the 30s from almost 200. So we're slowly recovering from that, but eventually I had to use a console command to get rid of all the poison because I could not find it. It was like just invisible, which was a little bit of a shame. I didn't want to use a console command, but the fortress was slowly succumbing to blister death. What sucked was like, okay, finish that. I would be looking at the where's my hospital here? I'd be looking at the hospital, right? And you'd have like a couple guys in the beds, and then like by the door would be just like a stack of 50 people. And then all of a sudden you'd get like a command and it would go brrr, and just like 50 people would die. It was like, what the fuck? So I did eventually nuke all the debris on the ground just to be able to keep playing. Twitch is gonna hit an ad here in a minute, just so you guys are aware. But do you know if cavern creatures can climb a well rope? I think they might be able to. I'm pretty sure they can. I think usually best practice is to put some grates in if you have a water source leading to like outside. So you can do construction and either wall grate or vertical bars. You'll have to read the description to figure out which one is correct. Or you can even do fortification, I think. Required. Yeah, it doesn't actually say, but those should allow fluids, yes. So wall grate blocks fluids. Grates, yeah, grates have a value, so maybe you want to just use vertical bars because they don't have a value. But you can use that to allow water to flow through, but not allow creatures to go through. That's good too if you want to have like an underground river. You just have to be careful of water pressure because there is water pressure emulated in this game, and it will come up out of your well if you don't have a place for the water to go. Funny enough, there doesn't seem to be magma pressure, so let me keep working on the pump stack here. Alright, so we should do build. Let me forbid this rock first. Hang on a second. Because they're gonna go grab the rock, build the wall, and be stuck on this side. Asking me how I know that one. Wall right there. Yeah, D right, that's fine. We'll make that. Somebody's already coming to do that, so we'll follow this guy. Yeah, he's running around. There he is. All right, the ad's running on Twitch here. But yeah, I mean, somebody had Frey had gifted me this for Christmas, so I wanted to check it out because you know I like Dwarf Fortress. It's been a very long time since I played. I was curious about the Steam version because obviously there's a lot of differences between the Steam version. Well, not a ton of differences, but there's some differences between the Steam version and the official release here. So this is all gold, so I think I'm going to actually mine this out before I fill it with lava. And we'll build a new wall. We are going from right to left. Yeah, so this means they're coming to mine it. I will say that it can be a little hard to follow if you're just watching sometimes. So I do try and explain what I'm doing a little bit. I'm definitely not an expert. If you want to see somebody who knows what they're doing, you could check out like Blind. I think his name is Blind IRL on Twitch. He does a very good job of playing this game. Well. Build a wall. Build a wall here. Easiest way is, yeah, his tutorials are great. Large cavern, lots of open space, above lots of water. Is there a limit to how long the rope can be? I don't actually know, to be honest. Let's see, the best thing to do in a case like this is to check out the wiki page. Let's see. I don't see it saying that there is a limit. I'm assuming it would tell you if it's too high. Well, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see anything explicitly on here about a height. But yeah, definitely check out the wiki to do a little bit more probing, or you could always, you know, start a save and fool around with it and see what you get. Build a wall. There, I don't want to use gold for this, no. Yeah, I would definitely recommend checking out Blind's tutorials on YouTube if you are interested in playing a little bit more than casual. Not more than casual, but you know what I mean. Learning how to play. Somebody building this? Yeah, okay. They built the next floor, perfect. And then the next floor up, I'm gonna forbid that. Construct a screw pump. We're gonna go from left to right. So basically with this stack of pumps, you can kind of see already how this would work. These when operated by a dwarf will pull from one side and place on the other. And so if we look at when I build it, you can see there's an option of which direction to point. So in this case, we would be going from right to left, and it pulls from the tile to the right, one floor below, so one Z level down, and puts it to the left-hand side. So right now, if I go down a floor, basically to here, down a floor to here, yeah. So it's pulling from underground right here and pushing it onto this side, and this fills up. You can see the 7 means it's 7 out of 7 fill. If you think about looking at it on a side view, you have basically you have like this, right, where you have a height like that, and this would be a full like wall, and then when you mine it out, you kind of get something like this. You kind of get something like this, where you have a floor and then a ceiling above you. I guess there's something you could say is technically the next block, but this height 7 of 7 would refer to how high that liquid is. So in this case, it's full from the floor to ceiling, full of lava here. And so what we could do with that is, if that's full, the floor above can now hold lava from this side to this side. And if we just keep repeating that as we go up and up and up, we can move lava from the basement up to whatever surface we want fairly efficiently. What ends up being the issue with this is you don't want to spend 100 dwarves worth of time cranking these all the time. So what they can do is, if you look, I have little holes, you know, one above here and then one above here, and it staggers either way, and they can actually transfer power through those holes. And what I'll do is, on the surface, I have windmills, and I will build a bunch more to power this, but I'm gonna have a whole bunch of windmills to power this stack. So we're just constantly pulling up lava from the basement and bringing it up to what will be our forges eventually. If that makes sense. I hope it makes sense, because I'm terrible at explaining things. Merchants leaving, yep. How did the goat get in the tree? Fucking goat got in the tree. We're just gonna cut the tree down. Move, horse, you're gonna get squished. Move, horse. There we go. The goat got out of the tree, and now we can eat. Another thing you'll see is like mist, like here. This is water leaking in from the walls, basically. So if I can show you better up here. If I look, you can see all the walls that have these little water. They're part of what's called an aquifer, and they leak water into your fort unless you smooth the walls, which I have. But like you can see, this is another 7 of 7 filled with water because it leaked, and I have a forbidden door there. These are slowly filling up with water because, again, there's water all around it. But one cool application you could do with water is, you can see I have basically a some water wheels and the windmills powering this little drive here. And if I follow the drive down and across, I have pump jacks pumping water in a circle, which is above my... Why isn't it doing it right now? There we go. It's above my dining hall, and you can see it makes mist. And the dwarves absolutely love this. It's the first time I've made a little mist generator like this, and they get so happy. Let's see. Of course, this guy... Oh, yeah. I was close to a waterfall. I feel so relieved. Let's see somebody else. Relieved at being near a waterfall. So that counts as a waterfall to them and makes them super happy, which is very nice. Alright, so we got a ghost. Where did he go? Let's find the ghost real quick. Undead? Oh, yeah, because it's a ghost. Duh. So he's floating around as a ghost somewhere. What we'll do is we will... What was his name? Rimtar Nulkatine. We'll come over here. We'll add a new task to engrave a memorial slab. And we will find Rimtar Nulkatine. He's a ghost. We'll engrave that slab, make it high priority. And that way, he'll go around and like haunt our base, basically. And the dwarves will not like that, so we'll engrave a slab for him ASAP. You can see somebody got assigned to do it already. And construct that slab somewhere to put him to rest. You can, on rare occasions, have friendly ghosts who will still scare your citizens, but will also do things like craft and do all that. I think they still can. That might have been a bug they patched out, but it used to be like a dwarf who died who was happy could come back and be like, oh yeah, I want to keep doing my job, and you just have a ghost like doing work. These are all slabs. He's cleaning the slabs of dwarfs who died, unfortunately. Those are all the welts, the blister dwarves, unfortunately. It's tough because I wasn't prepared to lose basically over 100, 130, 150 dwarfs at once. Like I have a little area where I was burying them. Okay, so they made the slab for him, so he got put to rest. But they unfortunately didn't get didn't make more fast enough. We're losing so many dwarves so fast I couldn't really even make any more. What I could do is designate these as tombs. We'll do multi. We'll put more corpses in here. That will also ensure that they don't turn into ghosts. Not that I gave up on this, but I didn't have the dwarf power until now to really even think about doing this. We'll have them dig out. Yeah, you can see he's probably taking some dwarf bones. Oop. Let's see. Yeah, they just took a skeleton from wherever it was. Probably from the skeleton pile. Do we still have the skeleton pile? Yeah. So these are all the skeletons of the dwarves that died, unfortunately, that we could recover anyway. So we'll probably see them come grab some of these and put them in the tombs. Alright, it's spring. Oh, it's autumn. Never mind. Autosave for autumn. I want to finish this pump jack. It's going to take me forever, though. I'm just thinking through the speed that we're doing this. I've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. And I've done, what, 4, 3? Granted, I haven't been Hawkeyeing it, but these things are all going to get cooked when I fill the lava. That's fine. I was experimenting with queuing more than one, but it didn't really seem to work out super well for me. We found some kobolds, so these little kobolds will try and come in and steal shit from you. Not my favorite thing in the world, because sometimes they succeed. Part of the reason why I keep all the dogs right here is to try and deter them from coming in. Because once you discover them, they usually try and run. They're just working on doing more of these. Let me start getting some of this gold out of here. Oh, I bet you they're too busy mining the graves to come look at this, but I'm just gonna set all the gold to be mined right now. One thing that's a little bit confusing to me about this game is you'll have something like, this is a Galena wall, right? It doesn't really say much about what the wall is, but if we come over to the Dwarf Fortress wiki, we can look at Galena and see if it's worth anything. It turns into lead and silver. So do I want to go mine all that out? I don't think so, but, you know. It's a little difficult to know what turns into what without memorizing it all. Gold's easy because gold turns to gold, but... There's amethysts here. Did he? I think I heard something about that. Yeah, maybe a couple decades too late on that one. Uh-oh. A Dwarven caravan. All right, so our Dwarven traders friends have arrived. I was taking notes on what they wanted to trade last time. Give me a second. Dwarf Fortress. They want goblets. I don't think I made any goblets. Rip. Yeah, I don't have any goblets. That's not... That can't be true. Do I have no goblets? What about all my platinum goblets? Oh, those were mugs, weren't they? That'll be more than enough. No, they seem to not have been. They're unpacking their wares. Let's see. The mayor meets with the outpost liaison. I'm your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. You continue to impress. I've come in power to elevate this land in the eyes of our realm. The world is the same as ever. What do I want from there next year? I can never know. Let's see. Headwear. All right. Let me write that down in my list here. Headwear for 109. Oh, I thought we were even later than that. Here I was saying we were in the 130s. We're not. We're in 110. Alright, he's going to go build whatever he needs to build here. There's even more gold. Look at this. Has been made a duchy. Okay. A little haunting music, huh? I want to play Doom. I don't know how well it will perform on my system, but yes, my intent is to try and play when it comes out. I unfortunately can't seem to find a place to get a key anywhere. Which means I may have to buy one, which, you know, that happens. I think my system is one enough to play it. I don't know if it's enough to play it and stream it without there being some sacrifices of quality being made. We'll have to see what happens. You gotta remember, streaming multiplies the power needed. Alright, little flamenco dwarfs going here, huh? Almost seems like it. Good on, Knight. How you doing? It's chilling nice. They brought a bunch of gold. I might have asked them for gold. A room mob, not Roomba. Dwarven ale, sure. Dwarven beer, rum, dwarven syrup. A silver mace. Plaster, yeah. Prepared giant dingo lungs. We're doing pretty good on meats, actually. Maybe I won't. I think I stopped telling him to fish, so maybe we'll tell him to gently allow one person to fish. I don't know. I'm just checking off things that I think are useful here, and then I will tailor this down as I need to. Let's see. All these things with X's on them are worn. So I'm going to sell them all. Actually, selling just the worn clothing has put me very slightly, but into profit with them. I'm going to give a little bit more to make sure that we are actually in profit. Are they sure they don't want any earrings? I got plenty of fucking earrings, dude. I want to get till this is green. Okay, I got mugs. They don't want mugs. They want goblets. Honeybee wax honeycomb. Oh, dude, I've wanted to try and find a place that sells like honeycomb just to like eat. I really want to know what it tastes like. I'll have to drive out east during the summer and see if I can find somebody selling honey and honeycomb. Also might help with allergies too. Apparently local honey is supposed to really help you with your allergies. I don't know why, but it's supposed to. Unless that's made up by Big Honey to sell more honey, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's filled with honey though, do you even taste the wax? Like I don't even know. I know people sell it as like a treat, like, you know what I mean? It helps with sore throats. Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it. I mean, even if it doesn't, it's not like it tastes gross, you know. It's supposed to be, it tastes good, so it's not really that big of a deal, but it's not even green yet. You're shitting me. How much do you need to make it green, my dude? Will you accept that? Yes, he did. I mean, do I want to buy more? I could buy some gems. I could buy the ropes. Buy the pickaxe, the mace. The bismuth bronze cap. I like how that pigtail bag costs 1,000 for what? An empty bag? Maybe a little confused as to why an empty bag costs that much money, but dimple dye. Should buy the loincloths. The comb is waxed without honey. No, I mean, I would want to buy it with honey in it. I wouldn't want to just buy empty beeswax. You know what I mean? Like, that would be funny. What else? Did we try and sell him earlier? Bracelets. You did earrings, rings, regular rings. Crown amulets. Did I see the Mario Kart Direct or the Mortal Kombat Direct? I saw neither one. No, I didn't watch it. Gonna be a little honest. I don't think I'm gonna get the Switch 2 on launch. I signed up for the pre-order, like, so I have the option to, and maybe I still will, but it's a big bite of change to get one, and again, it would only be to really play with other people. Like, I don't know. I said the same thing about the Switch, and then ran out to buy the Switch. I struggled to find one because I didn't want it on launch, and then wanted it on launch, but. I don't know. But it's getting the Switch 2, but he's getting the staff discount. Oh, dude. What about me? No, I'm joking. Yeah, I don't know. It's not something that I'm feeling is a high priority for me to get. Normally what I do is like between consoles or big purchases like that, I save my credit card points. And so like when I bought the Switch, I used my credit card points and I paid off most of the Switch with credit card points. Or when I got the Steam Deck, same thing. I use mostly credit card points, a little bit of money. I have a bunch of credit card points I could put towards the Switch too, but it's like, do I really want it? Like, I want to log in and see how many credit card points I have now. I pretty much have all my cash flowing through my credit card. I pay it off instantly, but like, you know, all my bills pretty much go through my credit card, so that I get the points for them. Yeah, I have $730 worth of cash back, so I could buy the Switch too, no problem. It's just, do I want to? I don't know. Don't know. Let me grab. No, let's just do that. We'll trade. Cool. All right, we did 2 big trades here. There we go. go. Are they working on this? Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, while we were trading, time does not progress, so... More migrants. Okay, nice. So we got 3 so far. 4, 5, 6. 6 migrants? Alright. Let's see. Let's get a few of these guys into the army here. Some of the new guys who joined up. Are they training? They're doing constant training. Yeah, okay, cool. What I should do is equipment. Good, they all have individual choice, it looks like. Yep. You can see they're equipping items. He just put a sword, he just equipped a sword. Looks like I don't have enough headwear. Headwear? I don't have enough headwear for him. So let's do this. Let's do add new task. Let's do armor. We will do, oh boy, what do I have right now? I guess iron, right? Iron. We'll do iron helm. Weapons. Oops, no. Armor. Iron helm. We'll make a couple iron helms for them. Looks like that we're missing 2 helms here. I'm letting them choose what they want to wear. Giving them individual choice to choose anything they want to wear. I have some walls to construct again as well. There's parts of the cave swallow woman here. Oops. Lock all of it so they can clean it up. Build a wall. There. Staff discount is actually a markup. Oh, wow. Classic. I like how we mine all this out and we've gotten 1 piece of gold so far. Am I reading that correctly? There we go. There's another piece of gold. Did that change from gold to not gold? Oh god, it looked like it did. Wow, there's a big vein, but we're not really pulling too much out of it. Such is how Dwarf Fortress goes sometimes. What I should just do is just fucking do this. Dig it out. We'll solve it later. No, I don't want to do. I don't want to use a steel bar for that. activating that. Maybe I should just do this. Yeah, they canceled the wall because I told him not to use these items. Because if he uses this item, he's going to walk here, build the wall, and get stuck on this side, and I have to dig him out, so... They're supposed to be smart enough not to do that, but I don't trust that that happens.
Keep on keeping on.
Hey, thank you for following. What's going on, Rump? How you doing? Hopefully, you're having a good night, too. Let's see. Yep. Cool. They'll build this out, and then this will all be functional, and we can still build, or mine out some of that. In fact, I'm just going to do this. I can mine out all that gold. Same thing over here. Hopefully no aquifer. I think that might be it for all the gold, yeah. Let's build some more of these. I don't personally have any tutorials. I would say look up the streamer Blind IRL. He also has a tutorial series on YouTube where he goes over a lot of basic to intermediate level stuff. I would definitely recommend watching some of those. 100%. That's how I got back into Dwarf Fortress, is watching that. So, yeah, let me see if I can find his channel real quick. Let's see. Yes, here.
Hello, my name is Blind, and I'm...
Well, his name's Blind. Playlists. Where is his tutorial playlists? Give me 1 second here. I will link you directly to what you need. There it is.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dwarf Fortress. In this video, we're...
Nope. Get out of here. No, his name is Blind. Blind IRL is his Twitch, but there's a link directly to his tutorial series. Again, definitely worth poking through there. You don't have to watch every video, but you know it's worth. How did a horse and a turkey are stuck in the tree? No worries. I hope you enjoy playing. The chicken fighting a worm? Slugs? This tree's gonna come down. Yep, there's the horse and the turkey. Oh, they built this in the worst order ever, guys. Why would you build it in this order? All right. Suspend manager was off, that's why. I understand you. It's all good. Yeah, especially the original Steam, the original version of Dwarf Fortress was pretty tough to understand, but thankfully the Steam version has made it easier. But yeah, those tutorials would definitely help you out. Somebody, please come mine this. Alright, our merchant friends have left. Alright, there we go. Oops. No. No. Bill, please. Alright, so I asked them to dig outside of a burrow, so they won't actually do that unless I make the burrow part of the fort. Or make that area part of the burrow, excuse me. Forbid some of these rocks because they will try and grab these if they can. I mean, they can't go diagonally into there, so it's not really an issue, but oh, it's just taking a long time to make this. Trying to queue up more than one at a time very slowly, but you can't make one without the one below it being at least like scheduled. But can I put my camera in the surface shortcut button next to the mini map? Let's see. In here? Like this? Not even really in there properly. It's so small on the screen I can't even tell like if I'm actually in the box or if I'm clipping out the box, aren't I? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. All right, there we go. Now am I like actually in the box? Good. What I'm doing is I'm capturing the game, right? And then OBS is on my right-hand screen. And then I'm projecting the right-hand screen onto my main screen to view the preview over the game. There we go. Build machine, screw pump, from right to left. I don't know how many more of these do I have? Am I actively making some? Yes, I am. Okay, good. Yeah, so I have jobs set up so that when I use too many pipes or corkscrews, we start making more. But that involves making more bars, but that involves making more ash, charcoal. So it's just like never ending cycle. But if I make a platinum floor instead of this ugly under-lichen floor. Oh, what if we made the dance hall platinum? That would be sick, but all the engravings that are there, I'd have to write over them, which isn't the worst thing, but look at it. Can I engrave it now? I don't think I can. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. An engraved platinum floor? Bro. What is he engraving, though? I'm so ready for this. What is it going to be? It's going to be something dumb. And not funny dumb. That's okay. Come on, buddy. Engrave the floor. Engraved on the wall, well, it's a floor, is an image of Etir, the deity of minerals, depicted as a male dwarf by Lincott Olinkicrost. Etir is contemplating. So, it's the deity of minerals thinking on a platinum floor, a platinum mineral floor. If you want to say platinum's a mineral. Instead of ugly underlichen, now we have a fucking beautiful floor. Excellent. I kind of almost want to make like... all right, once we have the forge up, then I could start making floors of platinum and stuff everywhere. It doesn't make sense to do it right now, considering I don't have a way of easily making more platinum. Where is my... There it is. Let's do this. Let's make more coffins here. Oops. Furniture, burial. Keep building after placement. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, that's okay. I still want to place some. Furniture. Burial. I was in the wrong mode, that's why. Now I can queue them up, so when they make more, they'll place them. These are all set? Yeah, so what I'll do is I will do a, another tomb, we'll do multi, I'll do this. Okay. Not enclosed, alright, hang on, I gotta put doors on them. Alright, so, tomb, multi, do this. Cool. So we just made more tombs for people. As we make more coffins, they will fill these 4 in, but at least now we can start maybe putting corpses in some of these. Eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to bury everybody who died, although I have not a ton of hope for that, because I think a bunch of their bones disappeared already, so they may forever be left out. Nice. All right, we are actually making some headway today. More than I thought. Yeah, I'll tell you what. The ad's starting in 2 minutes. I'm going to take a break at that point. Give me 5 minutes to grab a drink. Rest my voice. Although I'm not doing a ton of talking today, but what's the pump for? So what we're gonna do is I've got lava in the way basement here, and I'm gonna bring it all the way up, all the way up, all the way up to here to make furnaces here. Yeah, I've never done it before, so it's a new adventure for me. Definitely bit off more than I can chew, but I'm still working towards trying to make a nice foundry. Probably right in here. I'll make it and link it. Yeah, I'll probably link it via staircase up to here, I guess. I don't know. I just have a thing for gold nuggets. Okay, I guess I'm collecting gold nuggets now. I didn't realize that. But yeah, so right now what I have to do is I have to burn wood to make coal, and then use coal and ore to make bars, and then use coal and bars to make items. So that that eats up a ton of wood. Oh yeah, so the pump stack is the way to do it. Basically what you do is I would watch a tutorial, but in a nutshell, you make a 3x3 and then another 3x3 like that. This gets hollowed out to the floor below, and so does this. So you end up doing a channel here instead, a channel here. After you dig out the area, obviously. You have to have a way to access it from this tile like that. And your pump jack goes from the small side to the big side. So it would go like this, like that, right here. And then you take that entire thing and flip it 180 and build it above it. And you just keep going back and forth. And it'll transfer power through them all, so you can hook up a water wheel or windmill to that. You see, I just have them stacked over and over and over. You just need to be careful that this area doesn't have any diagonals. So, because the lava will go through a diagonal like that. Alright, we got a dwarf claiming a workshop here. But yeah, I'm trying to get up from floor, what? -98 up to, I think it was like floor 30 or not 30, 20. Yeah, floor 20 basically. So, yeah, the items for the pump jack have to be made out of magma safe items as well. So it has to be like steel or iron or stuff like that. But all right, that's the ad. I'm going to take 5 minutes, take a break here. Give me a moment, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm not going to do a manual save. I'm just going to do a quick save. Hang on a second. All right, I'll see you guys in a minute.